Hello viewers, this is xBqzooka is here, and today we are back, and my game crashed, just like always. Anyways, we are back with another stream. How are we doing today, Pinecone and Bacon? How are y'all doing today? Pearl City, welcome to the stream. Buddy can't change his stream beginning image. I'm thinking about updating that soon. I might update those eventually, probably close to the end of this month. I haven't really thought about updating it yet though, because like no one really said anything like about it until like now. So I never really bothered changing it. But now that I think about it, maybe I should, because that image is pretty outdated. Or maybe I can find a way to make this like animated, kind of like how alpha streams are. But of course not just covered in fucking ChatGPT video of random blue squares. What's up, JR? How we doing? I was pretty locked in yesterday, chat. So we got a good amount done with the downtown. The Daito building is back. I revamped it a little bit, so the blocks will be for. I replaced the concrete with stone and andesite, and I also put tinted glass behind all of the regular glass. Except for the base. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I did a good amount of stuff. Moved some things around. Jairo says I'm alright. That's good to hear. And I also moved BK's Wisconsin Tower over here, because I feel like this would be a good place for it. I feel like this would be a good place, like right by the town hall. FistTube says I made a Family Guy house recently. Any criticism? I haven't watched it yet. Also, how come you left my Discord? Yeah. I also moved the Raymond James building close to City Hall. And another guy started making the bank. He's most of the way done. He's trying to make the sides. I also moved an existing mill over here. And there's a little park because I feel like a building wouldn't look good there really. So FistTube says no problem, but it wouldn't let me send messages. That's weird. Not letting you send messages. That's pretty weird. Yeah. I also moved these buildings over here to make way for the what's it called, it, Daito building. Put that building there. We mainly just move stuff around. And I also did some work here. Like I added this parking lot, the roofs and backs of these buildings here. FizzTube says I rejoined back though, no worries. Sounds good. Oh yeah, I also added a little low-rise here from the prefabs, and that would fit perfectly between these two buildings. Bacon says, going to my niece's dance rehearsal? That sounds fun. So yeah. That's the general skyline. I'm not gonna put Distant Horizons to match settings on stream, otherwise it'll probably crash. Cause I can run match settings on Distant Horizons off stream, but not really on stream. Cause the streaming takes a good amount of the CPU that would have otherwise been used for, well, rendering stuff with Distant Horizons. So yeah. See, I've mainly been working on downtown because, well, yeah, it needs work. This building needs finished. Probably do that within the next couple days. And so does this building, but I imagine once Trius gets the ability to join, it'll probably get done. We'll see. Cause I want to make this a Geyser server sometime soon. So that way the Bedrock people will be able to join, and then we will have peak productivity again. Pretty much. Has YouTube Studio been glitchy for anyone? No, it has not. I wanna make a parking garage in this plot. So, I figure since that plot is just there, it's not really, you wouldn't really see it from the skyline. Out here, it would probably be a pretty solid place for a parking garage, I would think. FizzTube says it kept giving me errors, that's weird. Have you tried uninstalling and reinstalling it? I'm not sure, but I might make the parking garage out of brick. It will have this granite as the base. I don't know how it got griefed here, but it did. Better help ad. No, fuck you. Hmm. Hmm. Not sure about these buildings. I think I might get rid of this one. I'm not sure. I'm probably gonna get rid of this one. Probably get rid of that as well. There's a lot of things I need to reconfigure with downtown. Maybe put the puck building near the stadium. Alright. What's up?
Not much. Leftovers okay?
Yep.
Or do you want lasagna, I'm guessing?
Yes. What's up, Dipolar? How we doing? I'm doing pretty good, just building the parking garage. I'm probably gonna eat dinner in a little bit. More downtown builds for the day? Yeah. I've been working on downtown a good bit yesterday. I moved some buildings around so the skyline would hopefully look a little better. Especially around the city hall. What's your plans for Thanksgiving? I'm going to go to this one place for Thanksgiving dinner. And then I'll probably go down to another place, we'll see. I'm probably gonna stream on the day before Thanksgiving. So that Wednesday I'm probably gonna stream. Yeah. This is kind of what we're gonna expect for like the next week. So yeah, I'm gonna stream maybe Friday, we'll see. I might go to my school's football game on Friday. We're moving on to regional finals, so and it's only like an hour away, so I'm gonna go there. So we might stream on Friday, we might not. We'll see. Because it's also supposed to be kind of rainy. On Saturday and Sunday, I will likely stream. And on Wednesday of next week. And I don't know if I'm gonna stream on the weekend after Thanksgiving. I might not. It depends on what happens. Dipolis says, hey, Bazooka, the last 2 weeks after Thanksgiving is the last weeks before winter break. Nice. Same with me, but I have 3 weeks instead of 2. My winter break goes for a good 2.5 weeks, so we're chilling. I'm low-key hurt. How come? My sub assigned an 18-page packet of slop that I don't know for physics and it was all AI generated? What the fuck? 18 pages is insane. Oh, you said the teacher didn't assign it and the sub just gave it to you? Cause usually in my school they have the teacher writes on like the teacher like tells the sub in advance what the kids is gonna be working on that day that the sub's there, and we just work on whatever that is. My teacher's a knee replacement, so it didn't look like that. Oh, right, that makes more sense now. How come he needed this knee replaced? To make this parking garage look a little bit less boring, I'm going to add this window's gonna kind of go out a little bit. He kept dislocating it? Damn. No. Alright, there's that. I'm gonna check and see if dinner's ready. Alright viewers, we are back. We are back. We need to see how much space this will allow. But I have the ceiling here. Need 2 blocks worth of ceiling and plus floor. What's up, Brian Players? How we doing? How do I join the city? There's a whole channel. There's a channel in the Discord named How to Join. It won't show in the friends. I'll invite you to it then. I keep forgetting that I have to manually set it to a multiplayer. It's pissing me off. Because on Bedrock it just automatically goes to multiplayer, but on Java you have to kind of do it manually. And it gets me every single time. Still not quite used to it yet. Spider says my internet's being a jealousy today. Dang. Yeah, I saw your images and your images in the Discord weren't loading. Hold up, no, that Windows, that's too high. Ryan says I'm fine, just tired and playing in the snow. Ooh, you got snow. Nice. You actually have enough snow to play in. That's awesome. Spider says, do you live in Nunavut or something? He lives in fucking Great Britain. They're somehow getting snow before Ohio does. Like actual sizable amounts of snow. Expired edible and BK, welcome to stream. You guys have snow? Yeah, we get some in the winter. Bombado. It's only for this week because it just became insanely cold, but back to normal next week. I see. I thought just about the only thing you guys got was rain. I guess the stereotypes are wrong. Downtown's chopped? In what way? Like what buildings look bad? Or is it just the way it's laid out? Expired edible says it was 78 degrees today, now it's 68. Damn. Pretty nice weather. Trius, welcome to stream. How the hell am I 1 hour late? I don't know, I don't know. Ask yourself. How it's laid out? Yeah. I'm trying to fix how it's laid out. But you know, nothing's perfect. What's up, Chaz? How we doing? The South's best part of America, better food than the rest of the country? Debatable. I'm good? Nice. I miss that BK Big Boy guy, he was so cool. I know, bro. But Spider says my stream keeps freezing every couple minutes. Damn. Yeah, something's definitely wrong with your internet. You gotta. Have you tried restarting your router? Hey, JR's on. Dun, dun, dun. Hmm. I imagine Ryan. Yeah. I imagine. I imagine Chaz lives like closer to the south of the UK, while Ryan's more north. Bazookas do? A somewhat estimated date, the geyser will be installed in Bazooka City. It completely depends on when exactly my YouTube paycheck comes in. So then I could buy a server for the city and put geyser on it. If Ryan is Scottish, then it makes sense. Yeah. Geyser. Yeah, that's like that is like that is like the most crazy typo. That and then that. I think that works. Chat, do you think 4 blocks is tall enough for a parking garage, like the inside of a parking garage, or does it need to be higher? Tria says I found some amazing looking suburbs in Seattle that I might have found a lot of inspiration for eucalyptus. Awesome. Yes, Seattle ain't a bad city. It's pretty good. Loads of trees, relatively small houses, and the houses are really nice. Yeah. Hey, Bazooka, I have 2,810 subs right now. Nice. I've been stuck at 2,199 for like the past 3 days. We just need one more person to sub, but then I'm at 2,200. Eucalyptus is so cool. Who agrees? I definitely agree. Eucalyptus is definitely one of the coolest cities on Bedrock Edition. Thank you, BK. Now we're at 2,200. I said I don't know why I didn't already. Yeah. Now it's 2.2k. Yeah. Congratulations. Thank you. What's up, glowing eyeball? How we doing? I don't know how many floors I'm gonna make this parking garage. Maybe like 4 or 5. OLG, welcome to stream. Hi, looks amazing so far. Thank you. Ryan says time to do 24-hour live stream. Christmas break, buddy. It looks pretty bland. I'm gonna need to texture it with more blocks after I get the parking garage kind of laid out. Traces tomorrow and Friday. I don't have school. Awesome. Yeah. Bazooka that starts trying to blend. Yeah. Yeah. It'll hopefully look better once it's done. I don't usually build parking garages that often, so I'm not the best at them. How do you get the map to work? You can't get mine to work. Do you have the correct version of the map on? Like the correct version of the mod? Samuel plays. Welcome to stream. The building is bland. Thank you for stating the obvious. They told me crocodile tail. This is a big one and scaly. Interesting. Oh, I get what you mean now. That's crazy. But yeah, it's done yet. Yes. Thank you. You did my jokes. Yes, sir. Big baby do bad little boy. No, that's crazy. Yeah, so it's gonna be four floors, and it's also gonna be parking on the roof. Ryan says, I gotta go because of college in the morning. See you. Have a great, amazing rest of your stream. Good night, Ryan. Good luck in college tomorrow. Glowing Eyeball says, what Sadus do you use? I use Photon Sadus. I'm gonna mix this with I'm gonna mix the polished diorite with regular diorite for texturing. Friends, I hope it runs on 128 gigabytes of RAM computer. It'll work just fine. I have 16 gigabytes of RAM and it works perfectly fine. Now if you have 8 gigabytes of RAM, especially on a low end computer, you're gonna have some troubles. We all know you don't have 128 gigabytes. He does have a point. He does have a point. Don't need that much RAM for a PC. I mean, if you do like really intensive workloads and like if you're like a streamer and also have like really intense workloads with for the PC, then it could come in handy. But like anything after like 64 isn't really necessary, I wouldn't say. But hey, if you want 128 gigabytes of RAM, go for it. Sometimes when you could pull so many tabs, yeah. You did. You did run a good like 6 or 7 Chrome tabs before your PC turns into a flag grenade. Tria says, damn bro, 120 is 16 times more than I have. I mean, hey, you got a phone. 8 gigabytes of RAM on a phone's not bad. But if you're running Minecraft with 15 FPS, then yeah, that's bad. Oh Jesus, my Java Minecraft runs at 165 FPS. Pretty good. I haven't really tested my max FPS. I'm streaming right now and have Descent Horizons on, so it probably ain't the. So I probably don't have the best frames. Yeah, like 70. I have it capped at like 100 anyways. I think I have my FPS capped at like 100 because I don't really need it higher. I imagine I could probably get like 150, 200 though. Tree says, I would genuinely love to be able to see the entire city of Eucalyptus all at once. It's literally under a 1,000 blocks in both length and width instead of a tiny slice in it. Yeah. Chaz says, I don't know what to get, 50, 80, or 40, 90. I'm thinking 50, 80 is new, but 40, 90 years now get a slight better performance boost. I mean, if you can get a good deal on a used 4090, then go for it. Like if you find a good deal for a 4090, that would then go for it. So yeah. I don't know what graphics cards I don't know what graphics card I want to get next. I'm thinking maybe a 9060 XT. Pretty good price to performance AMD card. Pretty new too, so either or would be so overkill, yeah. Especially since you mainly play Minecraft, yeah. A 5080 in Minecraft is just overkill. You could probably run like the most intensive shaders possible with no problem. 9060 is probably one of the best in range of $300. Yeah. Oh Jesus, get the RTX 6000. Okay, one. The RTX 6000 is it's very expensive. And plus it's meant to be a workstation GPU, not exactly a gaming GPU. OLG, it ain't even a gaming card yet. Big Berry says, Wolf muted me from his server. why did he mute you, bro? And how long was it? And that's the same reason why if you're and that's the same reason why you would probably pick a 7800X 3D over a Threadripper for gaming. Because Threadripper has a lot of cores and threads, which makes it very useful for workstation applications, very intensive tasks, but it doesn't have the 3D VCAS that the 7800X 3D has, so it wouldn't be the greatest in gaming. OLG, so someone did 5070 Ti? Nice. What the hell is everyone at 75 XP on stream chat? Who knows? Chaz says 5070 Ti is the best price to performance 50 series card? Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. If how much we're yapping, there should be some triple digits. Yeah. So that's a PC nerd, bro? Yeah. I don't blame you because like because if you think about it, like putting together a PC is kind of like Lego in a way. You put everything together, and then you connect all the cables and shit. OLG says, why don't you get 5070 Ti? It's a bit out of my budget range, I think. The cheapest ones I see are about $450. But a lot of them are going for around 700. Trias says the city hall view in this main street from your perspective looks sick. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a view corridor, which I find pretty cool. I'm self-paying 49 just at 24 gigabytes of VRAM. Yeah, that would probably be a better choice if you can get a good deal on the 4090. Tria says, what the fuck is VRAM? It's basically RAM, but for your graphics card. Like, yeah. Like, you see how RAM stands for random access memory. Now, Now, VRAM stands for video random access memory. Makes sense? Chess as a graphics card is a mini PC that has RAM even a CPU? Yeah. In a way, yes it does. Chess is on a 4090. It'll be pulling 200 FPS on 4K in Minecraft. Yeah, probably with shaders too. Like, not to lie, I kind of want to get into PC building. Like, it seems fun. You did more with mods, yeah. If you have like sodium, like the sodium mod, it'll increase your frames by a significant amount, which is very helpful for especially lower end systems where you're not really running too well. But Bazooka is so fun. Also, you know a lot already, yeah. Glowing eyeballs is how long? How long does it take you to make the city? Well, it's taken me about probably this new city is taking me about 3 months, but a lot of the a lot of the existing builds, like quite a few of the existing builds came from my old city, which is 2 years old. So if you turn on DLSS, you can get 3 times or 4 times FPS. Yeah, yeah, you can. There's like different settings for DLSS. You can, I think there's like you can do like two times, 3 times, and 4 times. But the only problem with it is that it's basically AI generated frames between the real ones, so it usually leads to like visual bugs and like weird effects sometimes because they're AI generated frames on top of real ones. But it's still pretty cool the way they were able to do that. Trius is crazy how the fancy metal bots users in Java get access to performance mods to further increase gameplay quality, while the people suffering on console and mobile at Bedrock don't get access to it. Yeah. Yeah. Chess's so the 5 best graphics cards are 5090, 4090, 5080, 5070, and 4080. I think I think the Radeon 7900 XTX is probably better than the 5070 Ti by a little bit, or the 4080, just slightly though. If not, it's about the same, I think. What's up, Vegas? How we doing? I'd argue 9070 and 7900, the 6th and 7th, yeah. So if I'm late, just been busy. Hey, that's alright. At least you're having fun, man. Nice to talk to you guys. I'm gonna head out. Have fun, Bazooka. Good night. Thank you. Have a great night. Chess says I was an AMD fanboy, but I can't lie, for ray tracing, Nvidia clears. Yeah. Yeah. Nvidia, if you want ray tracing, like the best ray tracing capabilities, and AMD if you want great performance for less money. Chat says I'm gonna do a case swap soon. It'll be fun as hell. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely good, because you do a case swap. It basically feels like playing on a whole new system, even though all you replaced was the case and the what's you call it, the graphics card, since you're getting that 5080. What CPU do you have? Where the hell are bone blocks? Oh, they're in the natural. So they're known. Fisttubes is good. Streamer, there go. See ya. Bye, Fisttube. Ryzen 5800X 3D. I mean, that's basically top of DDR4, so pretty good. Only 9 concurrent viewers. It's a Wednesday. There's not gonna be 15 viewers like there usually are on weekends. Plus, a lot of the European people are going to bed. Besides Chas, because he's never heard of a sleep schedule in his life. Bazooka used to go on a website called Build Cores and build your dream PC in 3D. Shit like that exists? Yeah, sets it up. Nice. Alright. Dipolar, welcome to stream. Sup, Bazooka, what you doing? I'm working on the parking garage. Part of me working on it for a good while. Probably for like another hour or so. Glowing eyeballs says I actually stay up all night till 4 PM to 6 AM sometimes. Nice. The last time I stayed up that late was back in June when I did that 24-hour stream. The only reason I didn't fail that 24-hour stream was because this one guy was in the voice chat and Abs and and spamming these loud ass sound effects, but they helped keep me up for the rest of the 24-hour stream. So yeah, I was actually starting to get micro sleeps at around like 8 in the morning for the last like 3 hours of the stream. Like I would just like I would just like I would just go I would just go out for like a couple seconds and then be right back up for like the last 3 hours of that 24-hour stream I did. It was a fun stream though. So it was worth it. You said do a 3D PC build on stream, that'd be fun. I could. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah. But I'm planning on doing another 24-hour stream over Christmas break. And in that stream I wonder if maybe I can get like if maybe I can like team up with Chaz and Scrap somewhere over Christmas break on an airport in Bazooka City. That would be pretty cool. I mean, passport is very hard. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I want to try to form like a team for it. I could. Cause we can get like you, Scrap, maybe JR, and that new guy on, and we would all work on it. But obviously I would have to make the train. So sometime early in December I need to start learning how to terraform a vacuum so I can actually like make more trains so I can add stuff like the airport and the shopping center. Tria says, right, I suppose I'm going to continue working on the massive road transformation that's going on in Eucalyptus. Pretty much at the tidying up stage, by tidying up by fixing massive gaps and misalignments. Nice. Alright, let me see the build. Oh, nice. Oh, you're gonna have the vertical mount GPU. That's good. That's cool. And the little fist tank case. Is that the height Y70 or something like that? Got an AIO in there too. Your intake fans and your exhaust fans. Are there gonna be fans on the top too, or no? Yes, it's the Y60. Awesome. Vertical is way more clean. Yeah. Yeah. Your GPU's part of me running at a little bit higher temperature because the airflow isn't as good, but hey, you're playing Minecraft, so you shouldn't be straining that GPU too much. A 5080 playing Minecraft. Yeah, that'll be the CPU cooler? Awesome. Tria says Berserker that's horizontal? No. Usually GPUs are mounted horizontally. But sometimes, if you want to, you can mount them vertically as well. Same old places, your city such dick. Thank you for the compliment, bro. Oh, you little motherfucker. Why is it dumb ads? It's the other build. Alright, thank you. I'm definitely gonna check out that site later. Oh. Maybe it's gonna be a little bit too big. I don't know. It's not steep enough to make it all the way up by that. Berserker, why not add underground floors to parking garages? I could do that. Good thinking. I could totally do that. I could put underground parking garages like underneath the what you call it, the Geico building. I could definitely do that. Once you can look at how much FPS you did in every game too. Awesome. Dipola says, are there any build comps soon? Yes, there are. I plan to do a skyscraper building competition starting sometime this weekend, and it's gonna run all the way till the middle of December. But I'm gonna make it optional to be in teams for this competition. So you could actually build a be in the competition like teams of two. Because for some people it's pretty difficult to solo a skyscraper in a couple weeks, especially if it's like a really good quality skyscraper. So yeah, 4090 is 1.5k used. Costs a pretty penny. Truth is, I totally didn't start making my glass. One in September last year and didn't finish it to this day, yeah. Hopefully once Bazooka City turns into a geyser server, you'll be able to finish that. Has your city been destroyed? It has been griefed multiple times in the past, but it's been a while since it got griefed the last time. I think the last time my city got griefed was like it was a while ago. I think it was like a month ago or so. Maybe closer to 2 months ago. Dipolar says you get more views than Alpha. I was in the stream for the whole time. You only had one. Well, I mean, Alpha doesn't really have. Alpha has great quality streams, but he doesn't really stream as consistently as I do. Which is why, even though he has a higher sub count, he normally doesn't have as high of a view count. Also, although sometimes on weekend streams you'll see him with probably like a good 15 concurrent at times. Tria says, when I'm able to join Bazooka City again, the first thing I'll do is work on that skyscraper and do other stuff like improve the base, finish the third tower, and fix some other stuff. Alright. Ooh. Huh. Wait, maybe, hold up, what if I make it to where each floor of the parking garage connects to like an elevator, and the elevator leads up to this building, and it also leads up to these two buildings. So there's actually like an entrance and a way to like park your cars in the parking garage and just be able to go into an elevator and go up to the floor your apartment is in. Just like that. Isn't it the tallest building in the city? I already made the city's tallest buildings. Like, the tallest buildings are set in stone. We really just need to make a lot of the mid-rises and filler buildings. And this here's just extra space, so... Wait a minute, hold up. Hmm. The Founders Edition 49 is 48 gigabytes of VRAM? Yeah. Hmm. We have a door right here for people. And we'll probably have like a small elevator in this section. Right. Why do I like the fact that the game sounds are so high up on the stream? Are they that loud? Hearing the block placement sounds when you aren't speaking is actually nice, yeah. Is dipolar on some kind of crack? Bedrock or Java? Which one's better? Java, it ain't so buggy to the point where it's unplayable. When's next tour? I'm probably gonna make a cinematic tour of the city at the end of the year. Probably over Christmas break. And of course I'm gonna have the progress update for November. The only reason why there wasn't a progress update last month is because, well, I kinda was in the transition of moving to Java. So, yeah. Made both a cinematic and a walkthrough. I probably will end up doing that actually. You should play a horror mod. I recommend using the broken script. I'm not really into horror mods. Maybe if the community wants it enough, I might think about streaming that. Let's make these protein spots 8 blocks long instead of 9. Why do random shadows on top of the buildings in the minimap? They're just lighting glitzes. Oh, hold up a second. It's like that because it's actually showing the inside of the building and not the top of it. So actually it's not a lighting glitch, it's a feature. The Y level is equivalent to your character's position. That's a really nice touch. Yeah, yeah. I really like this mod because by pressing by pressing a singular key on your keyboard, you can do this. You can view a map of the entire city, just like that. Now obviously, if I go out here, then well, everything's gonna actually load in. You can just press a key and it shows up the thing. See, there's the school district. There's the new housing plot expansion. And well, we got the city itself here, downtown. This is where I'm at. The football stadium, the city hall. Pretty cool. And that's actually going to make it a lot easier. That's actually going to make it a whole lot easier to plan out the city. Because instead of instead of using a third-party software like Unmind, or filling out a map wall to make an area, I can just press a key and it loads everything. And obviously, barely any chunks around the city are loaded. All of those are unloaded chunks, but you get the point. Glowing Eyeball says, how do you make a Minecraft city? Try to make one, but I suck at building. The biggest suggestion: take inspiration from real life cities. What's up, Mr. Chimmy? How we doing? What are you talking about? I was just talking about this one guy was having some. This one guy wanted advice on how to make his Minecraft city not suck. I think I'm also going to put. I'm gonna have some parking on the stairs. On the way up, like this. Because some real life parking garages have parking like this. Trias is I'm gonna go in the shower. 40 minutes? You shower for 40 fucking minutes? Holy crap. Oh. Mm. Mm. Dun, 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 dun. Jamie says I shower for at least like 15 to 20 minutes. Nice. I usually do it for about like 10 to 15 minutes, just enough to where I can actually like wash my body. I don't usually stay in it for like very long afterwards. I just get it done and over with. There we go. And there's gonna be like a little elevator like here that goes up. I'm gonna mess around with that later. That's what I try to do, but I have the most random sound thoughts for a solid 5 minutes. Yeah. And this is parking for like. Please switch to polished granite wall. What about it? There's a gotta go by. See a glowing eyeball? You didn't finish it connecting with the new wall? It's not supposed to be connected. how do you set up your chat on stream for your streams? I'm planning on starting the stream soon. I honestly forgot how I did it, but it's a setting in, but it's something in, but it's some setting in Streamlabs. Well, to start streaming, you need to have at least 50 subs. Yes, you do. There are 23 subscribers, so I'm halfway there. Nice. Vedas is just be nice to sub the channel, Chimi. Hopefully get more in store soon. Yeah. Chimi says fans go to Discord to promote somewhere. Well, Vedas only uses Discord like once every century. But I'm actually about to freak out. Why does my mom always call when I'm streaming? This part is a bit too small to really put parking lots in, so I'm just gonna make it green space. They need to add like a clipboard option to the mod you're using, so you don't have to copy and paste them in frames a lot. Yeah, would be a good idea. Visitor to the DME the command blocks used for the cherry trapdoor, the iron trapdoor of a snowball. I already have that saved in the Discord. I have it in like the announcements channel somewhere. If you're too lazy to scroll up a like couple months, I can give you the structure file. Also, don't you play on console? Because I could have swore you played on console. Yes, right, scroll. You do realize you can't import structures in console, right? You have to have a PC to build an export and import structure files. I know, so how are you gonna get the anti-grief into your world if you don't have... How are you gonna get the commands into your... Oh, right, you're just gonna... I guess you're just gonna make the commands themselves from... Just paste them into a command block, whatever. I'm actually kind of slow. We have some kind of mill here. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna put a mill there and finish the parking garage tomorrow because I'm kind of bored of the parking garage. I'm going to go and use the restroom. Actually, chat, I think I'm probably gonna end off the stream. I am pretty bored right now, so I'm gonna end off the stream and have a great rest of your night. And of course, makes it do random. But yeah, thanks for 2,200 subscribers. It took a long time to reach it, and we finally did it.